This man is also like a whole
Oh, look at that. You got live
comic book
effects.
creator, before we get into the show, I mean, this is dropping in November.
Yes, November 7th. I'm always so amazed when I see this cover, y'all.
Talk about, I mean,
Fuck.
being a person who is a fan and reading comics and getting into these shows, but now being having writing credits, having credits behind a piece of, I mean, now it's comic book history. Talk about that.
Oh man, I don't know how to talk about that. That's more than I can imagine or even say. Like comic book history is a big thing. I just wanted to write a good ass comic. But yes, that is Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze is an original graphic novel written by me and Mello Brown, my brother for life, my writing partner extraordinaire. You can catch his work on Station 19 and a bunch of other stuff coming out soon. He is also written the Blade Runner Origins comic book, which is extremely fire, also from Titan Comics. And Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze is illustrated by Tom Mandrake, who is definitely a legend. Like, I don't know about, comic book history or any of that, but I know Tom Mandrake is a living legend.
Right.
And I want to give him his flowers every chance I get because he's one of the greatest of all time. And his work that he's doing on this book just blows my mind every time. I've now seen the entire book, at least the pencil pages. I've seen most of it inked, and he's finishing it up now. We're finishing up some last things, and it will be out November 7th. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll just quit the story or pitch, I guess, the spiel of the book is Jimi Hendrix. It's like a future Afrofuturistic version of Jimi Hendrix in space. And like Mello says, it's about a person discovering, like, when you have to find out a new version of yourself, basically, when you've done one thing for so long and you realize that's not working for you anymore, and you have to explore and find a new way to create and be a creative. And that's what this story is about. It's based on Jimi Hendrix, a portion of Jimi Hendrix's life, which I don't want to give away yet because we just haven't talked about all that just yet. But it was done in conjunction with the Hendrix estate. So shout outs to them. Shout outs to Jimi Hendrix. Oh, yeah, no, this is super. Yeah, it's super crazy. Like, we had to pitch to Jimi Hendrix herself. And
had them real sit downs with the family. Yeah, that's
big. It's my life is crazy sometimes. So that was definitely one of the craziest moments in it. So yeah, we pitched to Jimi Hendrix and we went back and forth with them and with Titan, developed the story, which I'm super proud of. It's super black. It's super about music. As a DJ, it says things that I've thought about black music for as long as I've been a DJ, which has been a minute now. So most of my life is like this theory I've been developing about black music, and a lot of that is expressed in this book. So it's really important to me in that sense. And then at the same time, it's a super fucking ill-ass adventure story, and there's like an intergalactic war going on. As you see on the cover, we got these giant lion dragon type things called, I guess I could say the Dambaka, which plays a huge role in this. It's a whole world and story that we've created, a whole universe for that matter. And I'm just super proud of it, man. Like, I really am. Like, I cannot wait for people to read this book. I'm really proud of what me and Mello did. And then what Tom Mandrake has done is just, it's unreal.
That's amazing.
It's unreal. The cover is crazy. Then that's like the least of what this man has done on the interior. Like, I can't remember our colorist's last name, but his name is Justin, first name Justin. And he's doing that work too. Once I get all the details, we'll be bigging him up as much as possible too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So are there plans? And I know this is putting the cart before the horse a bit, but are there plans to like go forward past something tangible? Or you?
Pre-order Jimi Hendrix for
That's a good thought, though. That's a great thought.
There's these characters. There's a lot of characters beyond just the main character of Hendrix in this book. Even as you see on the cover, there's two other characters on the cover, and I'm in love with all of them. Like, that's Raina and another character I don't want to name yet, but yeah, oh my God, I'm so in love with them. And there's so many people in this universe we created that I'm really in love with. And yes, if it does well, I could definitely see doing more stories in this universe. I would love to. It's open, like it's a complete story, but it's not. Like I'll say this, when I told a good friend of mine, I sat there and told him the whole complete arc. And he was like, well, you know, the story's not over yet, right?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
okay.
I was like, I know, fam. This is just, you know, he's like, you can't, you know, he's like, that's not it, right? And I'm like, well, that's it for now. Right, that's chapter 1, or, you know, that's 4 chapters, you know, it's like 4. It's about 4 chapters in a book. But no, it's a whole ass book. But no, this is the first book. Yes.
Right.
But no, it tells a complete story. This Hendrix goes on a full arc. All the characters have full arcs. Like I said, I'm really proud of what we did, you know, especially in the confines of this 122-page graphic novel. It's right. You know, we really did something and did a lot of world building, a lot of universe building, a lot of character development, plus all this stuff about music, plus this whole adventure.
It's a lot to pack in.
It's a lot, and it's very packed in. It's very compressed storytelling, not like decompressed, which is the norm now in comics. This is, you know, jam-packed with shit. And then Tom's art alone, man, there's a 2-page spread. I've said this before. There's a 2-page spread that is the first page, and then it opens to this 2-page spread. And I could tell stories about characters in that 2-page spread for eons, you know what I mean? And I didn't invent none of them. That was he just drew all this stuff, and it just invites, you know, you to tell more stories. It's
November 2023.
November 7th, 2023.
Lock it in, y'all. Lock it in.
You can pre-order it now. Hit up your local comic book shop, hit up your local bookstore, or if you have to, you know, hit up Amazon or one of the big name joints, you know, and just tell them Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze, and you can pre-order it now.
Are you hitting cons to talk about this?
Oh hell yeah. I planned to already hit. I might even make it down to BlurCon this weekend. If I'm gonna see, I might just do it on a humble. But
you may see us.
Oh wow, yeah,
make it down there.
Yeah, as things approaches, I'll be doing a lot more things. Like my plan was to hit a lot of cons this year, but because the book doesn't drop till November, next year I'm going to London early in the year. I know that already. There's a con out there early in the year in 2024. And then after that, I'm every damn where I can be. And I'll be anywhere to sign this book, to talk about it. You know, I cannot wait. Once people can read it and then we can talk about the story and everything, that's when I'm really going to be like, ooh,
so when I see you in New York, I'm gonna make sure I have my copy, and I'm gonna go to the screen and hope BenHaMeen put your name.
Oh, I got you, bro. I can't. Yeah, that like it's been all these moments. Like the first time I saw Tom's art was like, you know, when I saw the first few pages from the script. That was the first time I'd ever seen someone translate my words to images like that. It was mind blowing. And then like the first time I saw that cover, when, you know, I saw the cover and I'm like, oh shit, this is the cover to my book, you know, to me and Mello's book. And then when I know like Joe Illidge was telling me, he's like, when you go in the store, and I was talking to Demetrio, said Anyone Comics, he's like, when you walk in here and it's on the shelf, you know, because I walk in Anyone all the time and there's all these books that I'm always buying.
Right.
And very soon I'm gonna walk in there and there's gonna be my book on the shelf, and I might crumble to the ground and start crying. Like,
make sure everyone's got the phone. Documenting the footage.
I can't imagine. Like, there's gonna be so many, and then just when people start reading it, it's to be. Yeah, man.
You may open up. It may, and because it's on someone like Hendrix, you don't know who's going to be.
That's the other part, because like you said, that comic book history part, and people have already said it. They're like, you know, now you're like Chico Leo was like, yo, now your name is going to be next to Jimi Hendrix's name, you know, forever.
Yeah, facts.
I can't think about shit like that.
I'm glad you did it the right way. You got the approval with the family, so it's no funny business or nothing.
Okay, they don't play around. That was this was a road, you know, this was a process to get here. They do not play around. So
what's the time frame on that process? Like roughly years?
It's been like the last 2 years, I think.
I've been we so far off the road, but it's funny because I spoke to a lot of people during the pandemic about the stuff that they were working on during the
Yeah.
pandemic, and it feels like because we're already, a lot of us are already in the house anyway working on stuff, but having that project and being able to say, well, I can just block out the next day or two and really just focus on this one thing. You'd be surprised how you were able to turn around these things. Like, was it it was a full 2 years? Like, was
Oh no. I'd have to look at the dates, right? It's 2023 right now, right?
Yeah. Summer 2023.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so New York Comic Con, not let's see, 2022, 2021. Saturday of 2021, New York Comic Con, Mello called me up and was like, "Do you want to work on this book?"
Oh wow, okay.
And so we pitched probably 2-3 weeks later, and got approved after a couple rounds of pitching,
right?
And then wrote it over the next most of so that was 2022. Yeah, most of 2022 was writing it.
Damn.
Yeah, or not most of it, but it was it was a good chunk of it, because it was done through me and Mello being on different coasts and writing as we talk over Zoom and meetings like that. So yeah, a good chunk of 2022 plus revisions. Yeah, I want to say because that's about right. Yeah.
Well, you figure because New York Comic Con's mid-October, so by the time it comes out, it will be a full 2 years, since from you hopped on to a product in people's hands. That's
a little over. Yeah, and that's
to the internet,
and that's good timing because it there's a lot to it, but like I say, it's a long for Titan and the Hendrix family. It's been a longer road to get here, a much longer road. So
approvals and everything.
Damn it! It's only been 2 years. It feels like 3. Yeah,
it feels like you could have built a whole Skrull invasion in that time.
Yeah, good segue. Yeah, I think it's November 7th. Pre-order it now. Let's get to this other stuff.